Hey everyone, this is Todd Zola here from Mastersball, and embarking on a new project. I'm going to take some of my Excel spreadsheets that are available in the Mastersball Platinum subscription, and I'm going to demo them. I'm going to show you how to use them online here to give you a better feel for it. Uh, Subscribers, hopefully, you're using them, and this may help you out a bit. And if you're a non-subscriber, maybe you see this and you say, "Hey, I want to become a subscriber." So that would be great. So today we're going to start with the Cutline ranking list. The Cutline is a best ball points-based contest thrown by our friends at the National Fantasy Baseball Championships, the NFBC. 10-team leagues using a point system that is designed so that the rankings are fairly close as we could get them to 5x5 rankings. So the point system isn't maybe what you see in one for single, two for double. It's an interesting system designed to make the research for the cut line fairly close to the same as the other leagues. They're 5x5 leagues, so it's interesting. But because of the odd scoring system, it kind of helps to be able to do a ranking in this nature, everything together for you in one list. So let's take you through the sheet first. The ranking list combines hitters and pitches together. Here are all the hitters. Here are all the pitchers. Here's positions rankings. And here is where all the magic happens. All the fun little coding and the whatnot. So what we're going to do first is explain that, maybe you feel differently about a hitter or pitcher than I may feel, and you may want to adjust his projection. Okay, maybe you think that JD Martinez is going to hit 50 homers, so you type in 50, and you notice that his points and adjusted points go way up, and we go to the ranking list, and suddenly JD Martinez is ahead of Mike Trout, and we go to the positions list, and you can see here too that JD Martinez has flip-flopped with Mike Trout and is listed as the top hitter on among the outfielders, the top hitter in general. I don't want to change him. I kind of like my projection as it is, so we'll go back there. So here is now, and you can do that again. I should explain. You can do that on any of the hard number, any of the stats that are hard coded. You obviously don't want to touch the formulas here, but you can go right over any of the hard numbers here, any of the hard numbers here, and you can adjust the projection accordingly. So what I want to explain now is what to do during a draft. And admittedly, this could be a little bit tough during the online 2 hours all-in-one sitting drafts when there's 55-second limit. A lot of picks are made pretty rapid fire. However, you can get used to it pretty quickly, and I'm able to keep up, but then I had a little bit of experience doing it. But it's not impossible to keep up. It's excellent for the 2 and the 4 hour, the slow drafts, if you will. But it can be a little tough with the 55-second between picks, but it can be done. The key is when a player is drafted, do not delete them. Use clear contents. All right? Use clear contents. Do not delete. Mike Trout is the first player out the board. Highlight his column, clicking on the 2. Highlight his column, clear contents, and he goes away. We'll go to the positions list. He's no longer there. We'll go to the rankings list. He's no longer there. Everything updates automatically. The next player drafted maybe would be Mookie Betts. Clear contents. Positions, again, gone. Ranking list, again, gone. Piece of cake. Pitchers, Max Scherzer's next. Maybe he goes off the board. And Max Scherzer, well, I should have showed you he was down here. He's gone. But you can see he's also gone from the pitchers. So that's the key, is to clear contents, do not delete. All right, maybe you inadvertently, because I know you wouldn't ignore me, so maybe you inadvertently, accidentally, or hit delete. You notice that that messes up the coding. We get an error message. The error message results in an error message here, and the player, the rankings are messed up. Don't fret. There's an easy fix. A lot of people think one of the greatest inventions in the world is air conditioning, refrigeration. Others think it's air travel. Personally, I think it's Control Z and Control Y. I would give up being able to fly a plane if I could continue to use Control Z and Control Y. You want to get rid of a mistake, Control Z, and it's back. Control Y goes the other way, but we want Martinez there, Control Z. And so Martinez, was drafted, so we'll get rid of him. It's further on in the draft, and these guys are gone, and now you're frustrated because you see a lot of blank space. All you need to do here is grab onto the top row here, the top cell, drag on over, bring her on down. I'm going all the way down, but you don't really have to. Go to data, sort with the arrow, down arrow, and there you go. It brings everything up, sorts it by the number there, brings everything up, and everything is now to the top of the screen, so you don't have that ugly blank space anymore. I mean, there's only one here, so we'll just quickly do it, and there you go. Something else to keep in mind is not all drafts go chalk, not all drafts follow my rankings. So somebody really happens to like David Dahl, thinks he's going to break out, but you don't know where he is. All you need to do is Control F, type in enough of the name so that your computer will recognize it. Go to David Dahl, voila, there he is, clear contents. David Dahl has been drafted. What else can we show you? We can show you we'll go to the position sheet. The position sheet, one thing I should mention is that a player who is eligible at multiple positions appears at all the positions. And it will disappear at all the positions. We'll draft Cabrera in a second and show you. But first, what you can do here is kind of use the fact that he shows up in 3 positions. Because Murphy and Bregman and Harper and Bregman are next to each other, it doesn't mean that they're going to produce the same number of points. They're the second ranked at their position. However, you can kind of get a relative feel for certain positions by looking at the multiple eligibility players. Cabrera is going to score the same number of points regardless of which column he's in. As such, there's a pretty good chance that Bregman is ranked higher than Torres, who is ranked higher than Segura. Let's see what we get. We go to the hitters. So where's Bregman? Where's Bregman? Okay, Bregman is indeed ranked the highest among the players that we talked about. Okay, well, so Segura is here, and where's Torres? So it's not always perfect because we don't know the exact numbers, but you can still kind of get a relative feel for the players based upon the multiple eligibility players. Let's get rid of. Well, actually, we can find out where Torres is. So there's Mr. Torres down at 36. Where was Segura again? Segura was 20. So it's interesting that the way that these positions work out, Segura is 16 spots higher, and they're both the third ranked player at their respective positions. Let's see. Let's remove Cabrera just so you can see that he's all gone from all 3 places. Not that you don't believe me, but let's just show you. Clear contents and positions and different names there. Something else we should point out is catchers that are eligible at multiple positions do not show up in the non-catcher position because their points are different. The only position where points will be different based on position is catcher. So you can assume if you're drafting a John Hicks, you're planning on using him at catcher. Although if he has a really good week and your other 2 catchers, or you have 2 other catchers that have good weeks as well, Hicks might show up at first base or corner. You never know, or even utility. So the program will put him there, but chances are if the catcher eligible, you're intending to use the player at catcher. I think that's about it. That's how this little sheet works. It's again, if you can keep up, it's pretty cool. It does the job pretty well. The it served me well. Everything gets adjusted manually. Um, any questions? Feel free to post them in the Mastersball forum, subscriber or non-subscriber. I answer all questions there. I don't generally don't answer them on Twitter. I usually need more than the allotted number of characters, and plus I need to be sensitive to my subscribers. If I'm giving information out, if it's if I'm giving it out for free, at least come in my house. At least come in my house, come to my forum and ask me there. But if you subscribers always get answers, and non-subscribers get answers as well, and be happy to explain it. And we're going to be going through the other programs every few days. We'll post another one, but just because I just added this positions to the Cutline, I kind of wanted to get that out there. I think it's kind of neat. Thanks for your time, and catch you next time.